So if you are missing the class, as far as the first part of what we've been doing about the build-up and half guard work, please feel free to go to YouTube, check that out. It's on Instagram. I'll be posting those, all of them. Okay, so we've built up, I'm not gonna go too far backwards at all. So we've built up sort of to right here, okay? Gotten up to the elbow. Now what we're looking for is changes of posture or changes of range. If they hop up, which a lot of times they will try to hop up to 1 foot or to both feet. As soon as they hop up, we're gonna have to go in here and we're gonna have to hit our foot brake, okay? So this means we're rotating from being down in a half guard position to we're going into our foot brake, and then we can actually start to recompose and get here square, okay? So first thing I wanna do is I wanna work this with you guys. I want you guys to work this. We're down, okay? We've built up, we've got our cross face. He's not able to work his way in, and then he unexpectedly hops up to his feet. As soon as he hops up to his feet, we're gonna check that, and we're gonna work to a sleeve and a collar. We're gonna go right back down. So we're here, built up to the elbow. I'm gonna check that far side hip. I'm gonna get to the sleeve. Now I've got cross collar and I've got sleeve, okay? You get used to having an opponent unexpectedly hop up to go mobile on his passing sequence. I'm here, built up to my elbow. He hops up. As soon as he hops up, we're gonna go ahead and get into foot on hips and sleeve and collar control, okay? So again, partner goes here. He postures up. I'm gonna foot brake this side, get to the sleeve. I'm gonna get to double feet and hips. Let's pretty basic. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So what I'm wanting you guys to see is how people are going to address you in the half guard. They have a couple options. They can lift one leg. They can hop up to 2. Okay, now combat base is a little bit different. So now we're operating from this knee shield position with a cross collar. Okay. We've built up more or less in a guard recovery type position. Notice I'm still hooking here. I'm framing here. I've switched my grip to my hooking grip now. I'm trying to keep him here, right? When I know that I'm gonna start working to use my hook to keep him closer to me as opposed to managing distance and keeping him farther away. He's got a couple things that he can do right here. So if he posts this leg up, all right? One of the ideal things for me to do when he posts this leg right here, depending on what he starts to do, if he starts trying to come in for the collar with that leg up, I'm understanding a couple things. I'm pretty sure he's gonna start trying to close the distance and drop this knee in here pretty close. This is kind of where we start to see them flattening me back out again, okay? So this is why it's important to keep that cross collar. So I may need to switch my grip from a pull to a push. If it starts to look like he's gonna come into me, you'll see me change my grip, okay? So if this leg comes up and he starts reaching for my collar, you'll see me start to change my grip to more of that thumb in and push, so that if he does try to drop his hips inside and come, now he's having a hard time flattening out. He can kind of push me back, but he still has not gotten me flattened out. He's not able to beat this first frame right here, okay? So now we're gonna work on inserting our half butterfly hook, finding space to do so. I'm gonna grapevine the bottom foot. He steps up with this foot right here. I'm gonna grapevine the bottom foot. I'm turned down. Depending on where you want your thumb, doesn't really matter. You're trying to keep him close to you. Like if he's backing away with his foot up, a lot of times you'll see him kind of starting to push away. This is how this looks here. So what I'm trying to do is now I'm going to try to insert my half butterfly. Okay, depending on where he's at, now we're going to work. So he's going to come forward. Okay, I'm going to switch my collar grip to a thumb down. All right, staying up on my elbow. Now I'm going to insert my butterfly with my thumb down. Okay, then we're going to go back. He's going to start trying to work away from you. As he acts like he's wanting to work away from you, we're going to catch with this inside hook right here. Whoops. We're going to drop back into knee shield. He starts trying to close in on me, pushing away, inserting, and I'm going to pull him right back in. All right, now he's going to work away from me. From knee shield. As he works away, change my grip, insert, my half butterfly hook. Two different ways you can do this. Stand on your calf. If he's giving you enough space like this, you can shoot all the way through and kind of up underneath. All right? So work from both positions. Knee shield, he's working backwards. We're going to switch my grip to where it's a hook so I can get in here. Then I'm going to go back. He's going to start to press in. As he presses in, I change my grip. Now, working in to here. Is it okay if you bail off of your post? Absolutely. If you feel like you need to get him more over the top of you, you can lay back. If at any point in time you want to extend him back out and build up to your elbow, and we can do the next part coming up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Somebody that's familiar with this over the past few times that we went over this, tell me what the one thing is that I'm constantly looking for. Looking to wrestle up, okay? Half guard is very, very well suited to the wrestle up. So what we're always looking for, that moment where we have to drop our guard entirely, use that cross collar, work our way up, and we're looking to catch an ankle pick, okay, or a single. Now, this is the part where we have to kind of put in some work here. This is all we're going to do today. Now that we understand the knee shield, the importance of the knee shield and building up to my elbow, okay? This is your bailout position, and the more threatened you get, the higher you build up. Okay, now this is a little bit confusing to them because the first thing they start thinking when they start seeing you build up is, I got to do what to him? I got to push him, I got to flatten him out. And what happens is as they do that, they start to really commit their weight over the top, okay? If I collapse back down to my elbow, and he kind of gets what he wants right here. This is why we have the foot brake. So at the minute that I hit that foot brake and I start creating some space and I'm able to build back up to my hand, or my elbow for that matter, everybody get on this side right here and look what he just did. That foot brake is massively important because the minute I deploy the foot brake, it shifts his entire momentum and balance which way? Backwards, right? Now from here, he can't come in because he's going to come forward on this cross collar. Like I said, until he realizes that this has to go, he's in trouble. This has got to go, okay? So what my target is right now, who can tell me what I am salivating to grab a hold of right now? You jerk. Put that back out there. Put that back out there. Put that back out there. The boy's rolling me way too much. Okay? I'm looking for this thing he just deployed right out here. Okay, now where this is going to go is this foot brake is going to drop, and I'm going to punch him across, and I'm going to rock forward on my hand so that now look what's happened. My left leg is down. This is why this foot brake is so beautiful here. Because I go from having a knee shield and a foot brake to a solid driving post that quick. And it's a tripod, right? So I'm going to push across and I'm going to rock up to my hand. At the same time that I push and drop and deploy both the landing gear back here, where's this right hand fixing to go?
On his leg.
And we've had a very, very quick and abrupt change of position. This is my favorite of everything I ever do. This is my absolute favorite, as far as sweeping wise, okay? Because it's so fast and it's so quick, all right? So what we're looking for is to off-balance him enough so that he deploys a foot flat on the mat. So when I'm in this position here, a lot of times, depending on how he presents this, okay, I'm off-balancing. Why does butterfly guard? Why does half butterfly work so well? Well, watch. He's kind of got, let's say, put your knees down. I decide we're going to go into half butterfly. We're going to lift. What just happened?
Foot came forward.
That foot just came forward. Now what just happened? Now what just happened? Okay? The ideal sweep, or what I call my ideal sweep. All right, it's very difficult for him to deal with this because he's got this bar across him the whole time. Okay. So what we're going to do, partners, start off, knee shield, half guard, thumb up, all right? We're gonna play off the next one here in just a second. I'm gonna build up. My partner is just gonna post a foot for now, just to give us something to look at, okay? A lot of times they will do this. They'll post a foot because they seem like they have a lot wider base. Once that foot gets posted, right, this foot is gonna come out and I'm gonna foot break, which gives him the idea that I'm wanting him to do what? Stay back, stay back. Because now, guarantee you what they always do is they always start trying to work on this foot here. Because once this hits the hip, that's where that hand goes. Boom. We're gonna come up and finish that sweep. Low ankle pick, take it, right? The wrestle up, okay? You wanna see it again? You all good? Half guard, knee shield cross, collar. Notice, lower he is, more I'm gonna raise that elbow, frame off of this far side arm, and remember, I can't let him have this collar no matter how bad he wants it. Okay. Got my distance. Here come the foot break. Boom. Gonna drop, catch, go through. Ideally, I don't want to wind up in his closed guard if I can avoid it. Coming up from that outside position where I drop my legs behind me, there's a benefit and a drawback. When I drop both my legs behind me, I get twice the driving power, right? But when my legs go behind me, it sets me up to go into his closed guard, okay? Another day, another time. I don't mind the closed guard so much. You gotta get comfortable with it. It's very, very dangerous, okay? But we wind up on top, okay? We're gonna have to get good at closed guard anyway. So again, post the leg, drop the feet. Make sure you have 2 driving posts, 1 support post, catch that ankle pick, and come up. And here in just a second, I'll put somebody on the spot and see what their main question would be here is from a defensive capacity. Let me ask you, I'll just ask you here. So from here, one of you higher belts, I'm sure will spot this. Seth, if you spot it, you can chime in on it and tell me what your thought is. From here, okay? He posts that foot, starts looking to step up. Here comes the foot break. Notice he kind of circled and I had to spin with him a little bit, right? Not a problem, okay? So as we go here, let's shift back right here. Get up. So now, notice, as I build up to the hand, it's harder for me to keep my foot up. This angle is better. So as I drop my foot down and I come up, can anybody tell me what their concern is?
Back.
What's your concern? Okay? Kickovers for the arm bar. Now, this is something where you have to be aware that it's there. But you've got a really, really good way to keep this from happening. If you notice the angle of my elbow, okay? If my thumb were down, look where my elbow would be. As he kicks over, it's perfect. Now, with my elbow, my thumb up, I don't have the bracing power against him. This is designed to do what?
Pull.
Okay, so you would think that I want to push him away, would you not? No. Still don't want to pull him, I still don't want to push him away. I want to pull his head over that toe, over that outside toe. So I'm pulling down as I go forward. When I'm pulling down, look where it puts my elbow. So even if he does kick over, as he kicks over, he does not have the ideal position to finish effectively. It's not ideal. He would need my elbow back here. My elbow is going to have a tendency to fall here. Okay, now can he put some torque on it? Absolutely, but I'm still killing here, and I'm coming around, and I'm working to pass. Understanding that that is one thing that you kind of open up, and you will see guys try to get it. A couple things happen here. I've had somebody try this on me in the past, knocked themselves smooth the hell out. Why? Literally knocked himself out. Not my fault. We're here. Boom. Smooth out. Okay? So a couple things better happen. You better be into that circus stuff, because that's a high flying maneuver, right? You are going to fall down. You are not going to have a bunch of posts when you go to hit it. That is a true blue flying armbar. Okay, it's a low percentage submission. It is there, but we can do a couple things to mitigate this. As you come up, I've dropped my hands here. Okay, instead of flying this elbow anywhere near here, I'm going to pull my elbow right in front of my eye line, which takes him up over the top of my head. And as I drive forward, where does that take his head to? Over his ankle. And if any of you guys remember when we were talking about the ankle pick, when I hit this ankle pick, I want to take his head over his outside ankle. We've created that angle from here. Okay? So when you come up, elbow needs to come straight down, pulling here. Okay? Almost like you're trying to hit a fireman's carry, pulling down over the top of you. Right? So make sure that elbow drops down completely. From here, as I come up, this elbow needs to come down. If my elbow stays at my side, that arm bar has now become a bit of an issue. If my knee stays right here at my hip, even trying to come up and take the back is going to be difficult because I've closed that gap entirely off. Let's give it a try. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. We teach it. This is momentum based. Once you make the decision to come up, even if you miss the ankle pick, okay? So I'm here and he pops up. There's my foot brake. Let's say he grabs and he throws that leg to the side. Okay, what if I can't hit it? I've still got this cross collar. Did you notice when he threw my legs to the side, I took 2 big run steps back and he had to chase me. I want to get my legs back behind me so I can come up to my knees. Okay? So if they throw your legs to the side, go ahead and throw them back and work to push him away and work to get up to your belly. All right? This bailout, which we're going to talk about the bailout tomorrow. That's all we're doing tomorrow. Okay? Here, as I get here and I get up to my foot brake, he steps up. There's my foot brake. He takes and throws that leg drag to the side. Notice I pulled that foot down. I pushed hard. Do you see how it offset him? My legs come back. I keep working back until I can get up to here. And then if I need to, I can sit back down. Okay? I can always retreat off of that cross collar grip as long as I've got it. Keeping him at bay. Extending this arm out on the cross collar. If I have this collar, it's not the same. This one doesn't do the same thing. Cross collar is my bailout. All right? Now, some of you guys, when you're trying to wrestle up, you're kind of getting tied up here. So, half guard, he hops up, I get to my foot brake. Okay, y'all are kind of dropping your feet down right here, and you're having a hard time coming up. All right? Yeah, it's going to be real difficult to do. Okay? I got to get my legs back. So when he throws this leg up, let's just say he just sticks the leg up. Here, I got my foot brake on. When I get ready to come up, I got to take my feet and I got to shuck them back here behind me. So I'm going to push out, all right, and pivot so that now I can come up. Because if I put my feet just right here and he pushes into me, I have nothing holding me back now. Okay? I have to get my feet behind me so I've got a base so that I can go ahead and come up and work through this. So make sure that your feet come back. Here, he posts that foot. When I get ready to come back, boom. And I can come up. Now, don't forget or overlook the importance of off balancing them with the V-guard or the half guard. If you can get here with this cross collar grip, you can off balance him to where he will pop up. There's my foot brake. There's my ankle. We're coming up. Gonna go 1 minute rounds of this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.